Okay, here we are out in the front yard. If you notice that we can walk out the front door. And one of the things I forgot to mention inside is that being KINS certified doesn't just mean making the highest quality products on your KINS domain. It also means giving back to society, and we do that in several ways. One, all the products give a rebate to the customer and to a nonprofit. And we do that by using the EcoHarmony loyalty card. So this card you can use if you have them with every single product that we make on the KINS domain. And interesting note, in America, these are American-made products as well. And the organization that we're starting with is the Patch Adams Gesundheit Institute. So we're raising a lot of money because we want to help them build a $50 million free hospital in West Virginia. Okay, and also North Cal Wood Products, which brings us this beautiful lattice work, also gives a 15% discount to everybody who is building a KINS domain, and or we'll probably turn that into a 50% rebate, so the Patch Adams organization will get a part of that. Again, half of that rebate will go to the customer yourself, you get a cash rebate, and half of that will go to the Gesundheit Institute to build this gorgeous $50 million free hospital, because we are not running out into the woods to keep delink ourselves or remove ourselves from society. We're running out to the woods to build healthy lifestyles, grow healthy vegetables, and help change the world by supporting society. In this case, the Gesundheit Institute. In the next case, it'll be the horse rescue people out in Dolan Springs. In the next case, Can Do Kids. It'll be Keepers of the Wild, and we'll talk about that in later versions. This version, we're going to feature NorCal Wood Products. So, to protect our garden area, we have this beautiful lattice work that we got from North Cal Wood Products. And you do want to make sure you watch this short video right below this one. Okay, it's either below that way or it's below that way based on the configuration of your computer. So here's a little gate we've made so that you can come from the outside into your garden. If you notice, we just put up this beautiful lattice work. This is all untreated wood, so we don't lose our organic certification status. Theirs happens to be our truck. Now in that truck we've got poles and work stuff and blue things. The technical term for those blue things are blue things. It's part of the irrigation system for our pump to irrigate that, which will be shown in later versions. So now if you notice here, one of the big elements, one of the things is there is the 2-foot down chicken fence that will protect that from rabbits getting into your garden or coyotes digging under your garden to get to your chickens, because they can't get to the chickens this way. All right, and this is 8-foot fence. And wait till you see what we do at the top of this fence, but that's for the next version. But one of the elements of a KINS domain, and what they're really big on, is permaculture. And we're pretty flat here, and permaculture is used for terracing hillsides, and a specific way you could do companion planting and use the plants together. So we're sort of building a demonstration. We're doing a demonstration. This is a little 2-tiered terrace. And you can see the 2-tiered terrace. We're filling this in just to demonstrate permaculture and just to demonstrate what a multi-tiered garden area will look like. So this is our first 40 by 40 garden, as you saw in the picture inside. Now, over here, you can see, again, thank you NorCal Wood Products. We actually love these guys. All natural redwood, untreated lattices. We picked it, they shipped it. So here's this is just some roses. Again, as I said, we're going to plant roses, night blooming jasmine, honeysuckle, because the wind comes here and that'll overgrow all the lattice areas, and it's close to the house, so you get this nice, beautiful smell with wind coming here. Now, this is a walkway between the gardens. We really didn't sort of plan this, but when we decided we have to use lattices for shade, we would use lattices for shade, for protection against the wind and against the rabbits and the coyotes. We made this walkway all latticed in, and of course this will be beautiful with the vines. So this is your entrance into the garden, and if you notice, it's shaped like a K for Kin's domain. Now this is the second 40 by 40 garden, ringed with the beautiful lattices. And interesting enough, we happen to have cedar trees on our property. Now cedar trees do not grow in the desert naturally, but when we purchased this place, I found it very interesting that it actually has at least a dozen cedar trees growing here already. And we're modeling this after the ringing cedars of Russia. And for those of you who have not bought the books, you really do want to buy those books because it gives you a framework and the background description on everything we're doing. The Ringing Cedars of Russia series. There's a series of 10 books. So please get those and read all about what we're doing and why we're doing it and the philosophical background, which is very unique and pretty amazing stuff in that series of books. Okay? And we're really thankful that we have cedar trees on our property here. One would hardly think, with me standing right here, that I'm actually in the middle of the desert. But you'll see that in a moment. Okay, so walking along, this is the second terrace. Again, second garden. The walkway between it. Now what we're going to do on the south side, because you want south in gardening, you want the sun comes in the south exposure, so that we're not going to terrace this area, but we do have our protection, the chicken fence here, and we will have chicken fence on this side going 8 feet up or 6 feet up. Now, if you notice how much shade is made by the lattice, this is a lot of shade and makes a significant difference in the coolness or uncoolness of your garden. And also I want to point out this. This is where our gray water comes out. We only use organic, natural detergent in our washing machine and in our soaps, soap cleaning stuff. So this comes out and feeds it. Again, it's all natural, all organic detergents and laundry soaps. Okay, over here is a fence line where we're going to plant the Perlowin trees, and that comes from the later version. It's the fastest growing hardwood tree in the world, and the guy we get these from holds the Guinness Book of World's Record for the fastest growing tree in 1 year. I think it was 23.7 inches. And we will remove this fencing one day when we have our living fence. And as you can see, there's some more cedar trees over there, which is the beginning of a living fence, and we'll continue it with the Perlowin tree. And that's another economic model that we'll be discussing, the planting Perlowin trees to harvest every 6 years. Not all of them, just, cut one down. So we'll be planting them 3 feet centers instead of 6 foot centers to harvest the wood, because one Perlowin tree 6 years later is worth between $10,000 and $25,000 based on how you sell it. Makes a significant difference in your economics of living on a This is the fourth garden and the last of the 4 gardens, and there'll be vegetable gardens and medicinal herbal gardens. And we're getting our medicinal herb seeds from Frederica, which is another Kin's domain in Idaho. So we want to work with the different Kin's domains and help support each other. Now, if you notice in this 4th garden here, we have the cedar trees, which will give us a nice wind block. And of course, a nice beautiful smell to the cedar. And also any broken branches, we can make cedar pendants. We talked about that in some of the earlier videos up above. And I know these videos are long, but this is more of a documentary, step by step. And we'll probably break them out into just building the gardens, just doing the permaculture, just building the ponds, just doing the chickens. But here you're getting a nice overview. And never forget to be Kin's certified. We give back to society, and we give back pretty aggressively in our economic models. We believe that this is marketing from the heart. Our public company believes in what's called triple bottom line. Means people, planet, profits. So you'll find that in our entrepreneurial endeavors, we're always doing things to help nonprofits and charities and social causes.